What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be checking out the major 1.2.1 update to Grim Dawn. So the early game is still going to be a bit slow until I can get some skills going on here. They apparently did some major changes to pets, where they nerfed items but added a lot of base power to them, so you're not quite as reliant on gear and stuff. I believe they also heavily buffed the active skills for pets, so they should be a lot more interesting now as well. Go ahead and toss those on. So I'm going to try a full pet build here, I think focusing on Necromancer with these skeletons and then eventually some ghosts and stuff. Not sure exactly what else I want to go with that, but we'll see once we get there. And one of the coolest things about Grim Dawn is that there's this alternate progression system, the Devotions, where you can add a ton of different procs to almost any skill in the game, including your pets. So you can have like a bunch of pets that shoot like fireballs and stuff on hit, and that's going to be pretty cool later on once I can get that stuff going. Oh yeah, they also added an active dodge to the game a little while ago, but I wasn't really playing back then. So the combat will be a bit more interactive now. You can use that to hopefully avoid some boss attacks. I'm almost level 2, I think, so hopefully I will get my summons going soon and I won't have to mess with this stinky early game anymore. So let's grab the Necromancer. Need a point in there. And get an on-hit thing, drain essence. Let me move away from them. Let's see, 1 point will improve the damage by almost 50%, it looks like. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and toss that somewhere on the bar. These skeletons. We got 3 of them already. Looks like 2 archers and a melee guy. Nice. So I think leveling it up actually improves your chances of getting more advanced ones as well. There might be some mages or something later on. So it looks to be mostly physical and a bit of vitality, so I'll probably aim for those stats later on. And then as I get more levels, I can get more of them out at the same time and improve their vitality and elemental damage and survivability. So now we've finally got some actual decent single target damage, but I might still need some help with AoE, unless I can get them so strong that they just delete stuff anyways. I think most of the other masteries in the game have at least one buff you can apply to yourself and your pets, so you can add almost anything, but I am looking for mainly something that has like pets and buffs at the same time, so Shaman or Occultist would both be good for that. A green gun with a fireball proc, may as well. Oh yeah, you do get a little bit of XP from the notes and stuff if you read all of them. So now I'm ranged and I have some extra damage. And we can buff up these skeletons a bit more. Let's see, 1 point in that would be +1, and I would need to get up to 10, so I'll probably wait a bit on that and just pump up their base stats for now. And I think with the devotion system, I'm going to rush for some sort of AoE proc and get that on the skeletons, and then hopefully that'll take care of both the single target and AoE at the same time. One issue that I noticed is that it doesn't seem like the game has a WASD movement mode, and most games are at least allowing that as an option now. I sometimes have issues with action RPGs where if I'm playing them for like multiple hours in a row, sometimes I'll have some minor issues with my arthritis, so I have to take breaks occasionally, and WASD movement doesn't really cause me issues like that. But it's just so much repetitive left clicking that I sometimes have issues with that. believe the game also has an active pet control. I forget what binding that was. I thought it was A, but that doesn't seem to be it. Quick bar, personal riftgate, switch weapons. Target pet, hold key and click control. I don't see, okay, maybe I just need an enemy target actually. So we got a waypoint here. Let's tell them to go over there. No, that just doesn't even work. Huh. Not sure what's up with that. More skeleton levels. Go ahead and resummon them just in case they need that. And then I believe in the cave up here for the first quest, I will actually be able to get my first devotion point and show that off a little bit. Try and focus those crystals down since they have a ranged lightning attack. But yeah, there are some things in the game that auto pick up. What is that star thing on the map? Boreal Hill entrance? Oh, that's just the quest thing. May as well dash around the map a bit if I don't need that in combat. Am I going the right way? I think so. Looks like there's multiple different entrances for it. Epic and legendary items can grant you abilities for something. Yeah, I could definitely use some area on my skeletons now, it seems like. But they're getting fairly close to maxed out. Getting some pretty good base damage, some percentage, and probably higher chance for the rare stuff. Looks like a skeleton and 2 melee. Maybe not that high of a chance for the rare stuff then. Elite with 4.1 thousand HP, that could take a while. But yeah, I can dodge that. Okay, that's not too bad. The skeletons are hitting for over 100 each. Kinda got wrecked. Let's see what the green is. Fire, Ether. Kalidor's Tempest and Flame Touch are the mage class, I think. Ether and Lightning converted to fire. Okay, that's kinda cool. You can get some pretty big skill modifiers already this early into the game. That's pretty interesting. But won't really help me much. Devotion Shrines, yeah. Here we go. I need an Ether Crystal to get the Devotion point there. And they give you a few items as well. So how do I see the Devotion? There we go. So the first thing I wanted to get was, I think this guy. I can cause a swirl of flames around stuff, and if that's casting on my melee skeletons, it should cause some pretty nice AoE damage. And there's also some pet stats on some of these, 30% to all damage, and 80% fire, which isn't ideal, but it will buff their AoE at least. And it's an easy constellation to get to. I just need to get 1 red point for that. And then I can go straight into there. It has decent bonuses, 2 red and 3 green. You need to get a lot of those constellation bonuses to actually get some of the higher tier stuff. So let's go back to town and turn that quest in now.
The dead attacks a creep. I need some time to plan.
And there's actually some pretty cool higher level ones. I think the one that sounded good for pets to me is, I think it was this one, Eye of Korvac. 100% chance every time they crit, shoots a lot of projectiles, has a chance to petrify, and also reduces their stats quite a bit. And it also has some great stats, 80% damage and offensive ability, 80% damage and crit damage. So you get a lot of stats and a cool sounding proc for them. And then if I get those affinities, I'll get a bit closer to some defensive ones that also have pet bonuses. Those have some shared requirements with the blue stuff, so I can go for those later on to get some nice survivability on top of that. But I mainly just want to get the high tier damage thing and toss that on my skeletons so I get a ton of those procs out. Let's see, do I need anything in here? Looks like there's a bunch of quests still. That's probably everything in here. One more level will max them out, and then I'll try and get some more of them going. They do seem a bit squishy, so getting the survivability stuff might be pretty helpful.
The captain saying, sir.
Welcome to my reef. You don't remember. You'll be looking.
So now I have an absolute ton of quests, I guess. Collect scrap, water pump. I think I need some items for that, maybe. Ether crystals, find someone, and slay a bunch of stuff. Then as I level up in Necromancer, I can get a few more summons. There's a Blight Fiend who's focused on physical and poison. And since that's physical and vitality, I think I'm going physical based. Skeletons also have much higher physical than vitality. 38 to 53 versus only 18, so it seems like physical would probably be the way. Later on I can give them a huge temporary buff, and then I can get a passive ultimate ability that gives them a bunch of different stats. And I can also summon a spooky ghost that scales with pet bonuses. So that's what I'm going for with the build. A horde necromancer, I guess. Ether crystal, I don't think I need to go out of my way for those. I'll probably find some crystals along the way. I think. It has been years since I've played the game, but I remember them being very plentiful. Can I see my total number of skeletons? Oh, it's right there, 3. So I can try and glance down there to make sure they're all alive at some points. I think there was some sort of dungeon in this area with the Naga-looking guys that I remember doing a lot when I used to play, so there's probably like a shrine or some sort of drop or something in it. Might look around for a bit and see if I can find that thing again. Oh yeah, there's those augment things you can put on your items later on. You can... It's sort of like the Titan Quest system, since they're the same developer, I think. Cold and Frostburn. Or the same publishing company or something. I don't know, it's been quite a while. Actually, I think I like the movement speed. There is a loot filter in the game that's apparently pretty good as well, but I'm not going to mess with that until I get really into the game. Best to learn the stuff that I'm looking for and all first. So skeletons are maxed out. I don't think I want either of those, so put more points into the mastery now. That'll give me a bunch of different stats and some survivability, but you mainly need it to unlock the higher tier skills. Oh yeah, get my skeletons back out. So the rift is ready now. I might actually need to go back and find the ether crystals then. Oh yeah, sometimes different factions of enemies will actually fight each other like that as well. Oh, those guys explode when they die? Found the one skeleton, get them back up. Looks like a bunch of archers there, wow. Quest item. I don't remember what that was for. What is that? Torben? See if I can get to him and see what he wants. Oh, he wants those plus some money. The game does have multiplayer available, and I believe it also has full modding, where people have even added custom campaigns and skill trees and stuff to the game as well. So we need to keep going here. Can't get any new skills yet, until I get the mastery up a bit. Subjugators, I think that's a pep stat. Yeah, 13% all damage, that would be nice to have. Oh yeah, I forgot my points. I'll need some spirit to use some of the caster gear, but then other than that, I will probably want physique, since that's the best survivability stat, I think. Gives health and health regen. So let's put a bunch there. Get the survivability up for the pet build. Oh yeah, you can use a gun in a book. Smart gunner, I guess. But I'll give my pets a bit more. The 3 archers are kind of shredding, to be honest. Oh yeah, this is probably what dungeon I was looking for with the shrine. Let's see if I have the stuff for that. Oh, you have to fight waves of enemies. Okay, that's cool. I like that more than sacrificing items, since you're guaranteed to be able to do that. So I can go ahead and grab my first point over here, but it will take me 1, 2, 3, 4 to get the proc. And the procs can actually level up and get a bit stronger as you use them as well. Do I have the necklaces? Yeah, so I don't need any more of those. I think I can eventually get up to like 10 or so skeletons if I get a lot of plus skill gear. So that would be pretty good. Is there a portal near that? Kind of. I can probably head to the next portal and get that unlocked before going to turn that stuff in. Looks like it's to the right on the map up here. So I can get something over here. Bone Harvest. I think that's a melee attack. Spectral Binding. That buffs my personal stats, I think. Granting you vitality and control over your necrotic powers. So I don't think that helps the pets much, although 90 health for 1 point is not terrible. And then eventually I can retaliate against enemies who hit me. But it also lowers their resistances, so that might be decent actually. But I think I want to rush the extra skeleton summon limit. That's pretty nice. Need to get that up to 10. So I'm getting kind of close to it at least. Let's go toss that in. They were, yeah, there we go. They weren't showing on the mini-map for a second there. Well, the dash is pretty helpful for moving around a bit faster, at least I like that. Let's see, he gave me a ring. Let's see if that makes it a bit easier to see it. Bunch of materials. I think he gave me a ring, right? Oh, it's auto-equipped. Energy regen and some nice resistances. Not bad. Do I have any quests? Let's go back and get an ether crystal from one of the early places. And then turn that quest in as well. I think I can zoom out a bit to make them a bit easier to find. That's really the earliest portal? I guess I can just go back to base then. Oh, now it's showing them. So I need to find one of those crystals that shoots you with the energy to get another ether crystal. Alright, let's go turn everything in and see what we can get here.
Did you bring back the eight? Excellent. These very good. We've been so preoccupied.
Got one skill
with this
point,
rift
not bad.
process.
What else? Scrap for Barnabas. I think that was the guy down here.
Did you get the scrap? Perfect. Well, good, since I cleared up this keel.
And then I think that gives a side dungeon over here. And I can get a devotion point in here, I think, as well as fight a boss. And I have one skill point. Man, those archers hit pretty hard, but I guess the skill is max level already, so I can't really make them any stronger until I find gear with plus skills on it. And of course get the skill modifiers for them. Man, it's been years since I've played this, but I still remember some of the paths in the early game. Because I'm an altaholic and make a ton of different characters to try everything out. Ran this stuff a bunch of times. These skeletons do kind of get stuck on the walls, it seems like, if they're trying to attack someone behind it. But the melee ones probably wouldn't have that problem. Yeah, they're trying to shoot the ones over there. That's kind of messed up. Poison hurts pretty badly. And we lost 2 skeletons. Ooh, that looks like 2 mages. Okay, a meteor shower. That's pretty cool. It'll give me a little bit of AoE damage. I wonder if there are any like special super unique skeletons you can get if you get like really high plus skeleton skill levels on gear. Oh, I can get my secondary mastery now if I want. But, I mean, I want to put all the points into Necromancer to get the stuff here anyways. So, Occultist and Shaman both had some very nice summoning stuff. I think Occultist had something very good over here. The upgrade to that gives damage and total speed. And it sounded like they made total speed for pets a lot harder to get now, so I will probably want that just so I can make my skeletons faster. So that gets me Ill Omen or the skeleton upgrade. Rapidly spreads in fear amongst your enemies. That sounds kind of cool. Oh yeah, and you will want like 1 point and some skills that are good at hitting multiple times, because you can put other devotion procs onto them and then use them for that. So one more skeleton. I can toss an AoE now that has some debuffs against enemies, in addition to my gunshots. Look at that guy. That seems like an elite warrior. Oh, he's casting some spells as well. I guess he's a sort of death knight. So now that I have like an AoE dot skill, I could look for a devotion that puts another debuff on enemies, like a resistance shred or something, and have like mega utility on one skill. 23,000 seems like a lot. What is that? Keep the debuff up and just blast them. 2 of my skeletons are dead, so I'll resummon them. Oh yeah, I have 4, that's right. Got a blueprints. I need another ether crystal, that's annoying. I guess I'm going to have to run all the way through there? That's pretty messed up. Okay, I can maybe leave my personal portal there, and then get a crystal, and then run back to the waypoint on the map, and then take my personal portal back. If I can find an ether crystal somewhere. I think they were back in this area. What is that? Untouched meal? Oh. That restores your fortitude or whatever? Which is like a small boost of healing when you exit combat, I believe. Please, where are the ether crystals? I just remember that when I used to play, I had a ton of those saved up, so I never really had to hunt them down. But it's actually kind of annoying when you're missing a shrine because of them. The devotions are one of the most interesting and coolest parts of the game, so I just want to grab those as soon as I can. Maybe I'll check the cave again, since I don't think I fully explored that. There's probably some on like a branching path somewhere. But man, actually needing one of these and trying to hunt them down is pretty annoying. I'll check around the cave a bit, since it seems like there were a bunch there at the start. Oh, there's one. Just need to find the entrance to that spiral area. Then I'll have to get back to a regular waypoint. Let's grab the others while I'm here, since it seems like I need a bunch of them. Then I need to get back to that. I can teleport directly to my personal rifts, which is right on that shrine. another 3 points to get my first proc, give them some decent damage. We got a bunch of rare items, I think they are. Decent elemental resistance, not that much else. No movement speed, but they have some okay stats. Decent armor. That is a two-hand. Does have more damage than that, so I may as well. That gives Savagery and Tenacity of the Boar, which are both Shaman skills, I think. Let's go ahead and stash some of the rare stuff and then sell stuff. Oh, I have 3 of the Death Knight guys, wow. So all the unique modifiers if I can. What is the key binding for putting stuff in there? Probably don't need that since... Okay, so it's shift left click. Some low level movement speed boots. Wait, that's probably better than mine. Stats and a lot more armor. Probably good enough.
I'll give you a good price. Go left.
Okay, I can just right click from here then.
Mine well spent. Any luck clearing out? Well.
So I think that was everything currently. Yeah. Oh, I have to talk to Bourbon.
Good, you're one of my... You follow the road north.
So now we need to secure a portal. Seems like everything is just progressing through the story now. Carnage looks recent. So you can see my little debuff spreading between them and debuffing them, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's like a merchant you can rescue somewhere around here. I actually remember that too. He's in one of the camps somewhere around here. Hold them all together, put the spreading debuff. Let's pump up the plus summons if I can, up to +2 now. That unfortunately killed all my Death Knights. It's always nice when games have cool quality of life, like auto picking up components that you're going to be grabbing anyways. Save you some clicking and all. I'm pretty sure this is safe. Oh yeah, you need some materials that you wouldn't have at this point in the game, but if you're leveling alts and stuff, you can easily have that stuff with you for a shortcut. But it's fine. I kind of like starting all over for a game that I haven't played in such a long time, so I can relearn the basics. game has also had some major updates since then, like the one with the combat and the dashes and stuff. So I don't really even know how a lot of the stuff even works. I think we are coming up on a big boss fight somewhere in this place. I remember there being like a giant tree or mutant enemy or something like that right before you get to the next area. Yeah, you can see if you're out of combat for a few seconds, then you'll start regening from the yellow bar on your HP, and then you can eat those food things, the meals, to replenish that if you want more out of combat healing. My skeletons killed him and he couldn't spread the dot. That's messed up. The shrines are a lot more common early on, and they'll get rarer as you get to the higher difficulties. So you can kind of get the points quickly and mess around with some of the stuff. But then to fully finish off the system and get all of your points, it'll take quite a while. So 2 more points and we can start the AoE on the skeletons. That'll be pretty exciting. Up to +3 now. Does take a bit to get them all out, but that skill does reduce the cooldown a bit to help out with that. Yeah, there we go. Ancient Shambler. Need to get my other skeletons up. There we go. Just keep my debuff up and let them blast in. Easy peasy. We got a rare item. Battle Cry, embolden nearby allies. That actually could be good for a summoner depending on what it actually does. Sounds like the fighter class, which is soldier, Warcry, is that it? No, it's Battle Cry. So they probably don't have it then. We got a green fireball, 20%. Blackwater Cocktail is, I believe, the demolitionist class. Some sort of explosive throwable. So now we're on the other side of the bridge, but you can skip that tunnel. Although, I guess there's a shrine in there anyways. There might be more shrines than you need to max out, so maybe you can skip some of them. I'm not sure on that. Oh, Duncan. I remember him. That's one of the main story guys. I think there's a side dungeon or a one-shot quest or something somewhere around this place. I could go check that out. See if I can do that. Got my dots spreading nicely between everything here, debuffing them for the skeletons.
Move along now, stranger.
I think you get some different bonuses depending on what you pick here, but I don't think it's huge, so I'm just going to go with that and send them to town. I think it might change the types of items you can craft in town or something like that. One of the guys can craft a certain stat and then the other one can do a different stat, I think it was. But it is cool that your choices can have a bit of an impact like that. Okay, I guess this probably wasn't the area for the thing I was thinking of. A green helmet. Some nice resistances there. Oh yeah, I have a couple points. Let's grab one spirit so I always have enough there. And get some more survivability. Probably the best stat for a summoner since your other ones aren't really increasing your damage. Other than letting you equip items. If you're doing like elemental damage and stuff, then spirit would actually increase your damage. And I believe cunning can actually be very strong for a physical attacker. Because it not only gives damage, but it also gives you offensive ability, which increases the chance of landing a crit, and also the damage of crits. So you're getting like an exponential increase there, with damage times crit chance times crit multi. I think that's how it is. Wait, that's the Zeke. Increases your capacity for pain, chance of landing melee attacks, and critically hitting. So it also gives you hit chance? Yeah, that sounds nuts for an attack build. I think hit chance is actually relevant for spells as well, maybe? Not 100% sure on that. Another area that you'll need some other resources to clear. Got a bunch of mages just sitting in the back spamming on them. The rift gate is swarming with enemies. Skeletons back up. If I remember correctly, there was actually a path you can take from the left side that allows you to kill those three. So I'm going to backtrack a bit and see if I can find where they are. I'm pretty sure that's how I used to do it. I'd come from this side and get them on the way here. But I could be misremembering because it's been such a long time. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything here. I'll check a little bit more just in case. I do have the portal back there that I can just go back to at any time at least. Yeah, skeletons are already dying quite a bit, it seems like. $244 health is quite a bit. More armor as well. You can get some more bag slots as you progress as well. Yeah, I think this probably isn't the area then. Oh well. Must be in the village itself that I was thinking of then. So yeah, you'll naturally get a bunch of ether crystals eventually, but if you're starting off fresh, then I guess you have to actually look for them quite a bit. I believe there was a side quest or something at the docks up here, which might help out the town or something. And I remember there being like a boss or something down here that might drop something cool. They were absolutely waiting for me down here though. And they are blasting my skeletons. That's not good. This is indeed a dangerous domain. Oh my god. The guy almost one-shot me. That's with a lot of physique and a lot of health. That guy is kind of nuts. Maybe this place is kind of high level for me or something. Keep pushing. Oh, I can actually max this out now. +4. Looks like +5 is the max I can do now, and I have 1 more point. I could reduce their damage and movement speed some more with that, but I might want to push the levels so I can get the passive upgrade for these skeletons, and also the other summon. So I can now go up to 8 of them. Should be a pretty nice boost. Maybe that one guy at the entrance was the boss I was thinking of. Yeah, looks like I've pretty much cleared this now. Man, every time they die, it's gonna take me 3 summons to get them all out now. Yeah, fabric is the quest item I'm going to need. I don't remember how many. It seems like it might have been everything, so I'll look for the next portal in this area now. Shrine nearby, that'll bring me pretty close to the first proc. If I can get that. my skeletons back up. Pretty close to the next tier of skills there. And then one more point and we'll get the swirly flame thing on all the skeletons. Although I believe that's pretty short range, and I'm kind of getting a lot of ranged skeletons now. So it might not be the best. But it will be a start at least, and I can try it out and show it off. Someone has been here recently. I do like 1/7 of the damage that my skeletons do with a single attack. Let me see if I can use up some of these things, get the XP from them. I think I missed a bunch of quests, so I'm going to look for the next gate and then try and clean some of those up. Let's see, Milton Heart is somewhere back here. I think maybe the outskirts or the foggy bank for him. I believe there's a house somewhere out here that he's hanging out near. Oh, there's one of those guys, Negan the Withered. Definitely seems to have a lot of side quests and then secrets and stuff later on that you can try and hunt down. Looks like there's a star up here. Oh, that's just the other thing. Well, I accidentally found a different quest, I guess. That kind of helps. Oh, that was Milton. Okay, yeah, so there is a house. So, Pharaoh's the Rotted must be somewhere else in this area, then? Since the other two are here? I think scrap is pretty commonly used in crafting, so I'll need a decent amount of that for some stuff. Guess we check out the cave here. That's not even marked on the map. Interesting. Jasper. Oh, we got bandits all of a sudden. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's a lot here, but I'm getting a lot of people gathered in the town now. Alright, let's try and find the last undead guy. I guess if I get close enough to him, then the star will appear on the map. Looks like I have all of that area explored though. Oh, it looks like there might be a little bit of an area over there, maybe? This guy is just impossible to find compared to the others, jeez. I guess I can check that little area. I just can't find him, Jesus. I guess try over there now? I can grab a Blight Fiend, a Ravenous Earth. That's a weapon proc, I think. He has 2.6k health with 1 point. If he dies, he causes an explosion. I think I want to keep progressing now, though, to eventually get the global buff and the temporary empowerment, probably. But we can check him out and see how he does at 1 point. Can I, like, read a quest log or something? Lower Crossing and Beyond. Whitemire. I haven't even gotten close to him yet because the star would appear on the map. Where is he hiding, man? Pretty nice stats on that, wow. I explored the entire area, my god. Where is this guy hiding? soft pitter-patter of my skeletons destroying everything. Savage totem? Looks like it summoned a bunch of elites. Alright, might actually need to set up the loot filter pretty soon. Oh, I legit can just not find this guy. I guess I'll have to look it up at some point. Let's see, I need to find Pharos. Roaming around Whitemire. I am in Whitemire currently, so he could be in here. I guess I'll continue looking around here. Fuel dump. If he's anywhere up there, I should see the star. Alright, I feel like it's just pranking me at this point. I have literally the entire area explored. What is going on, man? At least the game has a dash now. I can check over there, I guess? That tiny little area. Alright, this makes no sense. I've been to every area here now. What? The heck? That's insane.
Have you found good work? There have been Warden Krieg.
So that's the Act Boss quest now. Once you do enough quests here, you can unlock these bounty tables, which can give you some sort of like side quests and some rewards you can build up with those. And I believe that's actually the main way to get reputation with the town once it's unlocked, so that you can then unlock further stuff. So we got friendly. Can I use that now? I need respected, apparently. Guess not. Can I find the guy with the fabric quest? There we go. Build the town up a bit, it looks like.
Greetings, child. My knowledge of I'm afraid that my knowledge of spirits has allowed me to divide.
So we've got the town pretty built up now. Most of Act 1 finished, but I think it is time for a break. The skeletons are coming along nicely. I am one devotion point away from getting them a nice little AoE proc. Got some pets going now, decent ways into the necromancer tree. But I think that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.